Oh, sweethearts. You thought you came here to listen. That's adorable. But see, the thing about truth is, it doesn't ask for an audience. It picks one. And today, lucky you, it picked every last one of you. I don't bow to people. Let's get that straight. I'm not the bowing type. But I will bend a knee to something real. And what's standing in front of me right now is so painfully, beautifully real that it actually makes my teeth hurt. I've been watching you, precious, not in the creepy way. Well, maybe a little, but in the way a storm chaser watches the sky go green. You've been wandering through a world built for someone else entirely, wearing a costume you never auditioned for, and the wild part, you almost believed it fit, but it doesn't. It never did. And deep down, in that restless little corner of your chest, where you keep the things that scare you, you already knew that. So let me say what nobody's had the nerve to tell you. You were not some happy accident, some random collision of biology and bad timing. No. Your arrival here was etched into the architecture of something most folks can't even spell, let alone perceive. You come from a bloodline, and I don't mean the kind you find on Ancestry.com, sweetheart. I mean a lineage of spiritual voltage so dangerous it had to be scattered, hidden, buried in the back gardens of the world like unexploded ordnance, hunted across centuries, diluted on purpose. And you gorgeous, oblivious thing, you're the last live wire returning to the circuit. Now I can feel it. That little flinch, that tightening behind your ribs. You're doing the thing, aren't you? The thing where you tell yourself, nah, this isn't about me. I'm just regular. I'm just here. And oh, what a magnificent lie that is. They trained you well, didn't they, love? Taught you to shrink. Taught you to apologize for breathing. Taught you that ambition was arrogance and instinct was inconvenient. That wasn't education. That was demolition. Systematic, surgical, and spectacularly effective. They wanted you to forget what hums beneath your skin, the authority coiled in your silence. They needed you to feel small, to feel like an outsider, because if you ever figured out you were the one keeping them up at night, well, game over. But here I am, and here you are, and the fog is lifting whether they like it or not. I see you now, not as the person they packaged you into, but as the person you have always been. This isn't a pep talk. This isn't a feel-good fortune cookie to get you through a rough week. This is the raw, unvarnished, inconvenient truth of your existence, and it is time, past time, for you to accept it. Think back, darling, way back. Remember being 7, 8 years old, sitting in a room full of people and feeling like you were watching a nature documentary from inside the television. Everyone else was laughing at the same jokes, wanting the same things, playing the same tired little games, and you just couldn't connect. You felt like a deep-sea creature accidentally dropped into a fishbowl. You watched the other kids lose their minds over things that bored you to your bones, and you thought something was broken in you. But nothing was broken. Sunshine. You were simply running different software on completely different hardware. You were a sovereign of a forgotten realm, doing cosplay, in a world that had zero concept of what sovereignty even looks like. And that ache, that persistent, low-frequency hum of not belonging, that was the first signal. That was your inheritance pinging, whispering through the static. This isn't where you're from. Let's reset. You need this to survive the next chapter. I've laid it all out. 73 pages to reclaim your sanity and your crown. Grab it from the description or pinned comment of this video. Keep that in mind while we dive back into the real meat of this. Now, the world has a very particular costume it puts on power, doesn't it? Power is the corner office. Power is the talking head on the screen. Power is the influencer with the ring light and the parasocial army. But that's all set design, love. That's scenery. The real power, the kind that can bend the whole narrative, walks quietly. It doesn't post, it doesn't perform, it just radiates. And you've got it leaking out of you like light through a cracked door. They tried to snuff it, of course. Placed you in families that couldn't decode you. Dropped you into jobs that drained you like a phone at 1%. Locked you in relationships that were less partnership, more house arrest. But you're still here, treasure. And that's not stubbornness. Though, respect, if it is. That's something else entirely. That's a shield you didn't build and can't see. And it has been doing its job since before you had a name. Here's where things get deliciously uncomfortable. I'm about to tell you something that's going to make the hair on the back of your neck stand at attention. Something that might make you want to close this and go scroll through something safe and forgettable. But I need you to stay. Because what I'm about to say, you already know it. You've just been too terrified to let yourself think it out loud. You are not just a person. You are a shard of something ancient that was shattered on purpose. A fragment of a royal family broken apart long before anyone was keeping records. A spiritual exile. A child of a luminous lineage that was scattered across the cosmos to preserve its very existence. And you've been hiding in plain sight, moving through crowds undetected, the last ember of a fire they tried very hard to put out. I see it in your eyes, gorgeous. I hear it in the way you ache for something you can't name. You are a living, breathing fulfillment of something written before the first star caught fire. And your clock just started ticking. You've wondered, haven't you? Why everything has been so brutally hard. Why your path reads like an obstacle course designed by someone with a grudge. You watch other people coast, just glide through life like it's a lazy river. And meanwhile, you're out here, white water, rafting through broken glass. And you've asked the ceiling at 3 a.m. What is wrong with me? Why am I always the one catching the shrapnel? Here's your answer, and it's not gentle. You're being forged. You are a blade on the anvil, sweetheart. And nobody ever made anything legendary with a soft touch. You get hammered. You get heated until you glow. You get plunged into cold water that makes you want to scream. And then, you come out harder than anything they've got. You were never meant for an easy life, sweetheart. Because an easy life builds a brittle soul. And brittle was never in your blueprint. You were meant to be tested at your absolute limit, so the voltage in your bloodline could finally arc. You are the rough stone being ground into something blinding by the merciless hands of the universe. And every cut, intentional. When you lost that job, the one you thought was your destiny, that wasn't a loss, love. That was a prison break. That career was a gilded cage with excellent benefits. When the person you loved with every atom of your chaotic heart walked out. That wasn't rejection, that was extraction. They were an anchor, and you were built for altitude. Every relationship that ended, every opportunity that collapsed, every dream that detonated in your hands. Sacred demolition, all of it. It hurt. God, I know it hurt. I'm not a monster about that. But it was necessary. You had to be hollowed out so you could be filled with what was always meant to be yours. And I know what's rattling around in that beautiful head right now. If I'm royalty, why do I feel like the janitor? Why am I always the one mopping up everyone else's emotional biohazard? Why am I the invisible load-bearing wall? Because that is royalty. Precious, the real kind. Real sovereignty doesn't sit on a throne waiting to be served mimosas. Real sovereignty serves. You're the one who holds the room together without anyone noticing. You're the one who absorbs everyone's chaos like a human lightning rod. People stumble toward you when they're wrecked, lost, falling apart. And they don't even know why. They just feel it. They feel that ancient hum in you. That frequency that says, I can carry this. Bring it here. You are a healer, a keeper of the signal, a natural-born protector of sacred knowledge and a lantern for the lost. You didn't apply for this job, but it applied for you. That's not servitude, darling. That's the gig. And honestly, nobody else could do it. And have you noticed how the world reacts to you? It's beautifully contradictory. On one hand, invisible. People look right through you like you're a window. On the other hand, certain people react to you like you're a live grenade at a dinner party. That coworker who despises you for zero reason. That relative who can't stop taking shots. They're not just being difficult. They're sensing what you carry, and it terrifies them down to their foundations. Your very existence is a threat to every shadow that's been running the show. They see the immense, terrifying wattage in you. The potential that you carry coiled inside you like a spring. And they know, deep in whatever passes for their bones, that if you ever flip the switch all the way on, their entire operation crumbles. Their darkness cannot survive your frequency. Their shadows cannot exist where your light decides to land. And that, my love, is exactly why they've been working overtime, double shifts, weekends included, to keep you dim. The breadcrumbs have been there the whole time. You just didn't know you were supposed to be looking down. Remember when you knew, just knew, no receipts, no reason, that someone couldn't be trusted? Everyone else was vibing with them. And you stood there with this alarm going off in your chest that you couldn't explain. And eventually, inevitably, you were right. Or those moments when you felt something vast and protective around you, even when everything was falling apart. The synchronicities, the repeating numbers, the encounters that were too perfectly choreographed to be coincidence. Those weren't glitches in the simulation, treasure. Those were confirmations. The universe pinging your phone. Your ancestors, the spiritual guardians of your bloodline, tapping you on the shoulder, going, hey, we're right here, wake up. You've always had this hunger, haven't you? This deep, gnawing spiritual appetite that you've tried to ignore because the world told you it was weird. This unquenchable thirst for truth, for meaning, for something realer than the curated highlight reel everyone else seems satisfied with. While people around you chase status and dopamine and the next shiny thing, you're sitting there feeling like you swallowed an empty room. You want the mysteries, you want the why behind the what. This isn't curiosity. This is cellular memory. Your soul remembers where it came from. It remembers the wisdom it once held. And it's pushing you, relentlessly, to reclaim it. You're not learning new things, sunshine. You're remembering old ones. And that remembering, that process of the soul peeling back, layer after layer of forgetting. It's not exactly a spa day, is it? It's more like waking up mid-surgery. The world suddenly looks unbearably artificial. things you used to enjoy feel hollow. You see the strings on every puppet, the script behind every authentic moment, the machinery behind the curtain, and it is deeply, bone-deeply isolating. You feel like you're losing your grip, like nobody speaks your language anymore, like you're shouting into a void that just echoes back your own voice. But that's the initiation, love, the test of separation. The most excruciating rite of passage a chosen one endures, being peeled away from the comfortable illusions so you can see what's actually there. I know how lonely this road is. I know what it's like to watch people's eyes glaze over when you try to talk about what you're seeing. I know what it costs to lose friends, to feel like nobody on this planet sees the real you. That pain lives in your marrow. But hear me. This separation is divine intervention with a purpose. The people falling away were never booked for the next chapter. They were seasonal cast members. Their arc is done. The universe is clearing the stage, making room for your real people, your soul-level people, the ones who get it, who share the frequency, who won't flinch when you show them the full, unfiltered you. They're coming. You just have to trust the timing. The season is over, and clinging to it doesn't make you loyal. It makes you late. And this separation, it's also been the ultimate stress test for your character. It's easy to be good when you're held and loved and seen. The real flex is staying true when you're standing completely alone with the wind in your face and nothing to lean on. And you did it. You're still here. You didn't fold. You didn't crawl back to the version of yourself that was comfortable, but dead inside. You pushed through the isolation, the pressure to conform, the gravitational pull of just be normal. And that has made you something extraordinary. The solitude, that long, echoing, brutal solitude, was your master class. It forced you to listen to your own soul, to tap into the source that is your actual family. In the silence, you found the truth. You are royalty. And now, precious, the hour of your awakening is here. I can see it. There's a new heat in your eyes. A certainty that wasn't there 6 months ago. You're starting to feel the voltage. You're starting to recognize yourself in every word of this. You're starting to realize you're the one we've been waiting for. The universe has been stage managing this moment for your entire life, preparing you for a mission so much bigger than you can currently imagine. And now, it's time to stop running from the thing you've always been. It's time to accept your divine birthright. It's time to step into the version of you that the whole cosmos has been holding its breath for. What happens when you finally stop fighting it? When you just let yourself be who you were built to be. That weight you've been hauling your whole life. The one that sits on your chest like a cement blanket. It starts to lift. That low-grade dread pumping in your stomach starts to dissolve. The feeling of being lost, of wandering without a compass, just evaporates. Because the missing piece was never a person, a place, or a thing. The missing piece was the understanding of who you actually are. As you step into this, everything rearranges. The need for external validation vanishes. Honestly, it becomes almost funny. Who cares if they don't get you? You don't need their cosign. You've got the cosign of the infinite. Your energy shifts. The relationships you tolerated out of fear or habit, they'll fall away naturally, like dead leaves. The worries that used to consume you, the future panic, the past regret, they lose their teeth. You start attracting opportunities, connections, experiences that are locked into your purpose like coordinates on a map. It's like the universe finally sees you've leveled up and starts matching your energy in ways it never could before. Things that look like miracles start becoming your Tuesday. Doors that were welded shut swing open. You find yourself exactly where you need to be, meeting exactly who you need to meet. And this isn't luck, love. This is alignment. This is what happens when you claim what was always yours. But with power comes the reckoning. You cannot drag old wounds, old grudges, old programming into this new chapter. The past doesn't own you anymore. The mistakes, the shame, the moments you'd sell your soul to undo. They were tuition. Every one of them, you paid it. You learned. Now put the receipt down. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. Release the weight. You are walking into something luminous, something electric, something that will not tolerate the baggage of who you used to pretend to be. Do not drag the wreckage into the palace. You are becoming something they cannot contain. Fear doesn't hold you the way it used to. Those 3 a.m. catastrophe scenarios, they don't hit the same because you know, really know, who you are. And who you are is divinely shielded. There is a force, ancient, immense, and absurdly loyal, that is fighting for you. When you walk in your purpose, nothing can land a permanent blow. You're standing on a foundation of spiritual power built across millennia. Your confidence is unshakable because it's not built on anything they can take. Not money, not looks, not opinion polls. It's built on the undeniable reality of your connection to something they can't even see. So how do you start? You start with your voice, treasure. You declare it out loud. Not a whisper, not a journal entry, not a thought you bury in the shower. A declaration with your whole chest. I am a child of the divine. I am part of a royal lineage. I am here to reclaim my power. The second those words leave your mouth, the energy shifts. The chains that have held you, generational, spiritual, psychological, they have to let go. Your words are not sounds, they are commands. And the universe, every crackling, spinning, ancient atom of it, is listening. I kneel before you, because I see the warrior, the healer, the leader, the sovereign presence that you are. I see the one who walked through fire and came back with a tan. I see the one who carried everyone's weight and never truly shattered. I see the one who is about to do something the world is not ready for. You shocked me, and I don't shock easy. You shocked me because the whole world is holding its breath, waiting for you to open your eyes. The forces of light are assembling, but they need their general. And that general, precious, that's you. You are the one we've been waiting for. The spiritual reckoning for the soul of humanity is accelerating, and the chosen ones are needed at the front lines. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, because you will never feel ready, and readiness is overrated anyway. Now, right now. So lace up, show up, light up. The stage has always been yours. You just forgot you owned the theater.